What's more powerful for your financial future? A complex investment algorithm or a simple story? Morgan nous a laissé the doing well with Munchit about. Why, it's about how you behave. And behavior is driven by narrative. Today, we're re-extracting the 9 most unforgettable stories from this modern classic that will reshape your financial identity. We like to think finance is a math-based field. Spreadsheets, interest rates, market indices. But Housel reveals the truth. It's a soft skill. It's a study of greed, fear, envy, and belief. Your personal history with money, the stories you've been told and lived dictates your financial decisions more than any textbook. So, if we want to change our financial behavior, we must change our financial stories. Let's rewrite them. Story 1. The man in the car paradox. No one is impressed with your possessions as much as you are. When you see someone with a nice car, you rarely think, what a brilliant person. You think, I wish I had that car. Wealth is what you don't see. It's the money not spent. The paradoxe. The flashy display of riches often undermines the quiet building of true wealth. Story 2. Tail events. A tiny number of events account for the majority of outcomes. In investing, most companies fail, but a few generate almost all the market's returns. In your career, most of your ideas go nowhere, but one find your life. The lesson. You must be present for the tail events. This is why consistency in investing and effort is non-negotiable. Story 3. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Getting money requires risk, optimism, and grit. Keeping money requires the opposite: humility, fear, and frugality. They are different skills, played on different fields. Many who are great at the first game fail spectacularly at the second. Story 4. The seduction of pessimism. Pessimism sounds smarter. It's more compelling. Progress is slow and boring. Disaster is sudden and exciting. But historically, optimism has been the betting odds favorite. Recognizing this bias helps you tune out the perpetual noise of doom. Story 5. Room for error. The most important financial plan is the one that allows your strategy to survive being wrong. Uzel Khalit. Most imperative about is survival. This isn't pessimism. It's optimism about your own ignorance. Always have a margin of safety. Story 6. The freedom ratio. The highest dividend money pays is the ability to control your time. The goal isn't to have expensive things. The goal is to have the flexibility to wake up one morning and say, I don't want to do anything today, and have that be financially okay. Story 7. The power of enough. The hardest financial skill is getting the goalpost to stop moving. Easy. Defining enough is a superpower. Without it, you will forever be a slave to the next dollar, no matter how many you have. Story 8. Surprise. The world changes. People expect the future to be a straight-line extension of the recent past. Itnui. The drivers of the next 20 years will be different from the last 20. Your financial model must be flexible, not dogmatic. Story 9. You are not a spreadsheet. You are a person with emotions, a unique history, and a psychology. The theoretically optimal financial plan is useless if you can't sleep at night or it causes family strife. The right plan is the one you can stick with. Here is the profound connection we make. The psychology of money is the identity framework for your financial atomic habits. Last week, we learned that every action is a vote for the person you want to become. Housel tells us who that person should be. I am the type of person who values freedom over flash. I am the type of person who plans for being wrong. I am the type of person who knows what enough looks like. This book isn't about picking stocks. It's about building the psychological capital, the patience, the humility, the long-term perspective that allows your small, atomic, financial habits to compound into genuine wealth. Your 2 actions this week are psychological audits. First, define your enough. Write down a number, not for net worth, but for annual spending in your ideal, free life. What does it cost to live the life you want, without the pressure to earn more? This number is your North Star. It makes yes and no financial decisions incredibly clear. Second, check your margin of safety. Look at your biggest financial commitment, mortgage, business investment, your portfolio. Ask, if I am 50% wrong about my assumptions, will I survive? If the answer is no, your plan is a gamble, not a strategy. Start building your buffer today. Morgan Housel teaches us that financial success is less about intelligence and more about emotional discipline. It's about the stories you believe and the behaviors they drive. What story has shaped your money mindset the most? Share yours in the comments. If you're building the habits and the mindset for success, the next step is action. That's why, in our next video, we breaking down a book that shows you how to start a business not with $1 million, but with a simple idea and $100. Subscribe so you don't miss our breakdown of Chris Guillebeau's The $100 Startup. And if you haven't yet, watch our first video on atomic habits to build the system that makes this mindset stick. Thanks for watching.